This video is to get a rubric from one class to another. I'm going to take a rubric that I have in pre-calc and I'm going to bring it over to my Math 1 PLC. And then actually, after I get it out of pre-calc, I can use it for any one of my classes because you'll see in a second. So let's go ahead and go to pre-calc. That's where the rubric that I want is. And I'm going to go to classwork and I'm going to go to the assignment where the rubric I want is located. And the rubric I want is in notes. I'm going to pick one of these and I'm going to click on the rubric. And once I have the rubric, I'm going to export to sheets. And it's exporting down here. I'm going to click view. And I don't want to try to find this here where it's at, the file that it's in. It's embedded in underneath a few. So I'm going to put it somewhere where I can find it right away. So I don't want to move this one. So we're going to first make a copy. And I made a copy earlier, so I'm going to call this 1A. Okay. And there's a copy of that one. Please, please do not edit in this mode. All your editing you need to do in Google Classroom. Do not edit here. It can mess things up royally. Okay, so once we've made the copy, we're going to move it to where we can find it easily. And I'm going to put it in a shared drive. You can put it in whatever folder you like that you can find easily. I'm putting it in the shared drive. I'm going to move it here. And now everybody else can see this rubric. You'll be able to see this rubric. Once you've exported, put it where you want, you can close these up. We've already exported this. We no longer need that. And we don't need this here. So now we can go to any of our classes and use that rubric. So let's say I want to use a rubric in Math 1 PLC. I'm going to go to classwork and I want to put it with my new assignment. And so what I'm going to do is that when I edit this assignment or when you create it, I'm going to go ahead and add the rubric and import from sheets. And it's up to you where it should pop up here. If you just did it, it'll pop up here, which is super nice. But let's say it's one that you did days ago and it's no longer here. You go to wherever you put it. If you put it in your drive and you have a folder there, go there. I put it in the shared drive, which is in District 1 Math, District Math 1, under Rubrics. And there it is right there. I'm going to go ahead and add that. And now here it has popped up and I can change it. I can change the points, change the notes, change the titles. This is where you want to do your editing. Okay. You can duplicate this criterion. So now you have another completion. And you can change it, give it a different name. So I recommend that you use 4 and use the points that seem to have worked best for getting the grades that I want to show have been using 10, 8.5, 7.5, and 5.5. And those have been the ones that I like the most. You can do whatever you like with those. Let's see. But that's really it. Now you're done. You can save this. And now you have this is part of this assignment. You can click here and you can see there's the one that I modified, and I would keep this at four of these areas. If you have more than one area, you may want more than four areas. You may want to consider breaking up your assignment. Your assignment might be a little big in conceptually for grading and students. It might be a little bit much. Something to consider. Four seems to be a good balance. Okay, and so you can, again, you can edit, you can delete, you can, now if you've changed it, you can export it, you can use this however you like. I'm going to go ahead and close this since I'm not doing anything else. You can get rid of it and add maybe a rubric that you have used um, before in one of these. I used a rubric here and a rubric here. Those are going to be there. But since I haven't saved that other rubric on here, it's not going to show until you have saved it in an assignment for this class. After you have saved it for the assignment in this class, you'll be able to use it over and over again for this particular class. Any new class, you'll have to again import it for any new class.